welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 85. Okay, our first event at Daihatsu is complete, and that was the midget contest. Now we shall move down to our second event at Daihatsu, which is the Cuore challenge. And so, in order for me to do that, I need to switch over to my Cuore. So, just going back up to the top, and it's also one of the very first cars I used in this game, but anyways. Switching back to my Cuore TRXX to officially get on with our second event at Daihatsu, which is of course the Cuore challenge. Yes, okay. We do have the turbo just in case. Okay, good. So, we shall now head over to our second event at Daihatsu, which is the Cuore challenge. So, 3,000 if we can win the first race, 5,000 if we can win the second race. So let's head to our first race to see if we can succeed. And we are going to Super Speedway for our first race, and well, since I have a feeling I probably won't need this, especially considering it's only losing about, what? Oh, okay. Well, I probably won't need this, but, well, just because my brain is essentially dictating if I should or shouldn't keep the exhaust on. That's just what I'm gonna do. Yeah, because obviously I don't have a performance chip, and, well, I also don't have the fucking wall polish, so I'm only putting this on just in case, even though obviously I probably don't need it. I just really don't know how stubborn my brain can be sometimes, but effectively it's already working some dividends because I'm already moving up the order. As this is only the second time I've actually raced at Super Speedway in these one makes. And at the moment I'm currently running in third. And this will probably be very short compared of course to what the midget contest had, because we were racing at Trial Mountain. Oh, it is a 5-speed. Yep, it's a 5-speed. Yeah, had to test R2 again to see if it was a 6-speed, but no, it's a 5-speed. And already I'm leading at the end of the first lap. And I'm probably anticipating this is going to be an easy W as well. At least I think it will probably be an easy W. But we'll wait and see. I mean, I'm currently leading at the moment. I haven't bottled this race yet, and since I know the track itself is very short, very much in the same shape as Darlington in my honest opinion, and yet somehow I'm just managing to negotiate with the settlement. As we now round out the final corner and officially onto the start-finish straightaway. It is a W in the first race of the Cuore challenge, after I went on the defense from his AI, and so we had two newer Cuores, and pretty much half the field in this race were TRXX models of this race, and of course at the back we had the Cuore aero package, But anyways, that was race 1. Now we can head over to race 2. And 3 grand for winning. Still, I must admit, the rubber banding was strong in that first race. Especially at a circuit like Super Speedway, where you're basically more likely to pull away than you are to stay close. At least it's just what I think, but anyways. The first race is done. Now we need to do our tuning for the second race. So, gonna put on stage 1 of weight reduction, stage 2, and I'm also putting on stage 3. And of course, I'm also going to put on the racing modification, and well, since this is only available in 2 colours, I've ultimately decided that, well, I'm going to get this thing in blue. Just because I think this thing probably stands out more in blue. At least it's just what I think, and also furthermore, I'm going to change those wheels because, well, the truth is, those wheels look quite immoderate, and well, I'm going to make them even more immoderate by seeing if there's any decent ones here. Oh, ho 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 ho. It might make this thing look revolting, but I'm going with it. I don't care what anyone says, I'm going with this. The same colour as the paint. I cannot resist that. And now, we can officially head over to our second race immediately after I have checked something here. And yep, I do have a turbo available. And that's precisely what I'm going to put on. Even though I should probably also get myself the intercooler as well. You know, just in case. Even though I probably don't need it, I'm just putting it on anyway. And you know what, I don't think I'm going to be racing a test course, so I'm just going to get on with this and just not fret about what track I race at next. At least I'm hoping it's not test course. And oh, okay, we're going to Laguna Seca for the first time. For once we're actually going somewhere different. Let's fucking go. And let's head to our second race of the Cuore challenge, which is taking place at Laguna Seca. Also the first time I've actually raced at Laguna Seca in a long make. And we've got some pretty interesting choices here. Even though obviously I went for the older one at the time because, well, it was cheaper. And also, I think personally, I made the correct call to get this thing in blue. Because the AI chose yellow whilst I chose blue. Because, in my honest opinion, this thing does actually look better in blue than it does in yellow. It's like it actually stands out more. At least it stands out more to me. And I'm already up into the second position. As we are just heading under the Bosch. And not able to get an opening, but still able to see myself in the correct position as I now take the lead for the first time as we are heading up the hill on the Rahal Straight and under the Pennzoil billboard, and now heading under the Honda Bridge down the hill from Corkscrew. And now heading through into the final corner of the lap. already I can tell this race is going quicker than the midget race. And even though I did put some additional power on this thing, the rubber banding on this track is actually proving to be pretty strong at the moment. It must be said. And running a little bit wide there, but still able to make it through the Andretti hairpin, regardless of the circumstances. As I'm now heading through turn 2 under the Firestone tyre bridge, and heading through turn 3. And, okay. Oh, fuck. That is a wall. I did not mean to do that. Yep, okay. I definitely fucked up there. Because I almost thought for sure I could turn into the corner whilst still being on the throttle, and well, hard as it might be, I proved to myself I cannot do that. And, oh crap. Okay. It's alright, we're fine. I'm back up into the lead again through corkscrew on the exit. And down the hill I go. And entering the final corner of this lap. And managing to stay defensive. And across the line I go. It is going to be victory at Laguna Seca. And probably by just under a second as well. And my prediction was correct. It was just under a second. As I beat my fellow Cuore to the race win. Then it was the updated Daihatsu Cuore in third, followed by the Aero Package Cuore in fourth. The other updated Cuore was in fifth, and then at the back it was the other Daihatsu Cuore TR-XX by 1.5 seconds. So one by under a second, and the gap from first to sixth in the end, 1.5 seconds. And so that concludes another one-make event, as I obtain yet another $5 grand, and of course, since this was also the final race, I'm also going to save the game. Because this is how we do it. And now, I shall save the replay. Oh yeah, that's right, I deleted those previous ones, but anyways. Saving this replay to our second event at Daihatsu, and now there is just one event that remains, and that event is the Sirion Challenge. So, 2 events down, 1 to go. And in the end of that, we are now already 78.5% complete with this game, as a result of doing just those 4 races alone. So I think that definitely answers the question about how quickly progression is going to boost over probably the next 27 segments, methinks. Even though that is just an estimation, but you know. There we are. So, 2 events down, 1 to go at Daihatsu, as next up is the Sirion Challenge. And so with that, stay tuned for more GT2.